Hi friends, how are you? How's things? Hope all is well. I'm not feeling the best today, so this will probably be a quickie. I kind of didn't feel the best all weekend, but the weekend was mostly mentally didn't feel the best. Like I just felt a little bit out of touch with reality, I guess. So I kind of just played video games for a lot of the weekend. Violet is at that point. I don't want to say finally because that's not like you know we still enjoy being parents, but there's she's at a point where she can just kind of chill on her own and like play with toys and stuff. She can't sit up or anything crazy. She can roll over, but that means she can roll over and get to toys. And we have like a play mat, like a I don't know. It looks like the board game Patchwork, just like these squares of colorful patches, and it's slick, so she can spin on it. Like she'll put her arms down and turn herself around, so she can get to toys and stuff. So we have time where we can just kind of put her on the floor and let her chill, and we can do chores, or we can spend time with each other, have dinner, or play video games or whatever. So this weekend was a lot of that, just not feeling the best. She's been acting a little bit weird also, so I don't know. Maybe there's something, but I've been playing Outer Worlds and I've been enjoying it. So I also didn't play much base this weekend. I have not. I've already failed at my. Well, I told you within like a week of doing my 15-minute thing, I failed. So I've already failed at keeping up with the 15 minutes a day. Um, I've kind of cut that back to. It doesn't have to be 15 minutes. I've cut it back to when I pick the base up, I spend a minimum of 5 minutes with it, and that usually means because I used to like I'd be working and then I need a mental break and I would pick it up and I would just like play a scale and then put it back on the wall. But now the goal is if I pick it up at all, I'd do 5 minutes. And I think that's a much more achievable goal. And I think that honestly, 5 minutes a day is better than 0 minutes a day. And 5 minutes a day is better than an hour a week or whatever. Like there is power in consistency, and micro practicing is a thing. As long as it's 5 focused minutes, like I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna work on this thing, do the thing. That's the important part. It's not I'm just gonna pick it up and dork around. I'm gonna pick it up with a purpose and go. All right, I'm gonna play this scale and do the scale, or I'm gonna play this melody and play the melody or whatever. I think that is better than trying to like jam in a hour practice one day. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but I've known a lot of people who are instructors at the instruments and say that it's better to practice more frequently, even if that means less time on the instrument. And I think it's very true. So I had a lesson today, which I do hour-long lessons. So I'm doing an hour session every 2 weeks, and it was a really good lesson. And in fact, we have been working on a song called Blue Bossa, which I played with my jazz thing, and it's like just a bossa, meaning it's got a very simplistic do 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 bass line. You just every bossa is kind of the same, but we've been using that song because it has a pretty bog standard chord progression. It has a really good 2-5-1 in there. We've been using that to study other jazz principles, but also Kyle's been making me play like solo on it. And today I soloed on just the first 4 bars, which are 2 bars of C major 7, 2 bars of F minor 7, or F minor 7, C minor 7, F minor 7, and playing it in just the F Dorian scale. I think Dorian, Mixolydian, I don't know. Whatever. And I had some. It didn't fall apart. Normally, when I start noodling around trying to figure something out, it doesn't work. Today, I kind of held it, and it kind of worked. And I was able to hit the notes that I needed to hit on the chord changes, and I made some phrases that sounded good to both of us. He was like, "Dude, that was amazing." He was like, "I would compared to where you've been, that was phenomenal." So making progress, and part of that is literally picking the bass up and spending 5 minutes doing that sort of thing, and remembering that it's important to play instead of just always work on technique. So, otherwise, I'm gonna go chill. I got to make dinner tonight, and just I took some ibuprofen, and it seems to be helping. So I'm gonna probably take some more ibuprofen and just chill. and see where this goes, because I don't want to be sick, especially going into the holiday week. Got anything to talk about this week? I did schedule a game night, so I might be playing games this Friday, assuming I feel good. I will be playing games this Friday for realsies with a friend, and like the games that have been sitting on my shelf that I've been meaning to play forever with him, I'll get to play. That's exciting. Okay, give me something to talk about. Leave it in the comments. Thank you for being here as always. Please leave a like. Please subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Today's 1,000 plus little things happy, successful people do differently. We have been learning 20 morning mantras to start the day loving people. Number 19, be kinder than necessary. What goes around comes around. No one has ever made themselves strong by showing how small someone else is. Yes, be kind. But there's a big difference between being kinder than necessary and letting people walk all over you. And letting people walk all over you is really not good. And it's difficult to know the distinction, but I think it's an important thing to learn.